Hi guys, my name is Katie Cheadle. I'm a mindfulness-based psychotherapist and performance coach. I'm so excited to talk about confidence, which I believe is a core foundation to peak performance. So often we seek approval from external forces, our boss, our coach, our teammates, and that external validation is something that can actually distract us and take us away from feeling our most confident self. Confident people trust in their abilities, their talent, their work ethic, their skill, and they are able to tap into that confidence despite what anyone else might say, what other people's beliefs might be. And this comes again from a deep-rooted internal belief that has nothing to do with external validation, relationships, or feedback. Oftentimes our coaches or people in our lives will say, just have more confidence, just believe in yourself. And I think that's great. I think the intention there is really, really good, but oftentimes we're not given the tools that we need to improve our confidence. So in this video, I look forward to sharing with you 5 ways that you can improve your confidence, enhance your game, and start performing at the highest level. The first step to improving your confidence is letting go of fear. Many times we don't even realize that we're acting out of fear, or we're avoiding doing something because of the fear that's coming up for us. There is no bigger deterrent than fear. So really practicing mindfulness and noticing what's coming up for you, which might be stopping you from taking a risk or might be negatively impacting your performance, and getting closer to it and more intimate with your fear can be a really powerful tool. So one of the practices that I want to share when it comes to letting go of fear is practicing a quick 2 or 3 minute meditation where you really tune in, you put one hand over your heart and one over your gut, and you close your eyes and you ask, what is stopping me from doing XYZ? And you sit with the emotions and the feelings and the sensations that arise until you get clear on what the fear is. Maybe it's fear of failure. Maybe it's fear of someone's judgment. Maybe it's fear of success. The list goes on. But the more intimate and the closer we can get with our fear, the better, because then we're going to be able to take an alternative action. Another exercise that's really helpful when it comes to letting go of fear, especially like in the middle of competition or maybe during your workday, is to practice breathing, intentional breathing, where you're literally inhaling courage and exhaling fear. And you can say that affirmation to yourself as you're taking a deep breath in, and then on the exhale and you release out all of your fear. That visualization and that affirmation can be really powerful when it comes to minimizing the fear you're experiencing. The second way to improve your confidence is shifting all your focus on you. That means working for you, playing for you, competing for you, not performing or playing for anyone else, but really doing it because you have a deep desire to win, to show up as your best self. You love the game, whatever it is, but it has to be about you. When we start to play or perform for other people, or because, again, going back to that external validation, we're seeking something elsewhere, we lose our confidence. One of the great practices with this is to journal either pre-competition or post-competition. And I call this performance journaling because I think it's really helpful in tuning in to the inner experience that you're having as an athlete. So when you're journaling, there's a 3-part practice. And the first part is to assess your performance. How did it go today at work? How did I play today? And it's really black and white. You can put results, you can put statistics, you can put how you presented, but it's really objective in that space. The second part is reflecting. And that's really inquiring about why that happened. On a game where I killed it and I performed my best, was it because I got a good night's sleep? Was it because I've been eating well? Was it because I trained super hard the past couple weeks? Because I had a great presentation? Was I well prepared? What allowed me to perform that way? Or what got in the way of performing at a high level? The last part of this journaling prompt is growth and expansion. And in this part, it's like, how can I be better tomorrow? Because as an athlete, as a high performer, we never want to settle. Even if you knock it out of the park today, you killed it, you had a great day, we still can find ways to level up. And in this journal, we can build a lot of confidence because we start to get a really clear plan on what we can do to be in alignment with our highest self. Lastly, when it comes to playing for you, this is where we want to separate from comparison. A lot of times in our field or in our sport, we start comparing ourselves to our peers, and we've all heard the quote that comparison is the thief of all joy, and that could not be more true or apparent when it comes to high performance. So again, practicing mindfulness. If you notice that you're really obsessing over one of your teammates and how she or he is able to do something, or you're really caught up on the pitcher on the other team, or a coworker who's a great public speaker, if you can start to bring conscious awareness to that, then you're going to be able to say, nope, I'm going to focus on me and what I can do to get better, and that will allow you to step into a more confident space. The third best practice when it comes to enhancing your confidence is releasing your need to be perfect. When we get really caught up in perfectionism and things having to be a certain way, our grip becomes so tight, and this path of resistance does not allow us to be confident, nor does it allow us to perform our best. If we can release our grip just a little bit and allow for life to be kind of messy, or allow us to be a little loose when we perform, and have enough confidence in ourselves to know that we're going to make errors and it's going to be okay. We might slip up on our words, or we might not have the perfect swing all the time. But having this deep belief that we don't have to be perfect, that allows us to enhance our confidence in a big way. Peak performance doesn't happen when we are rigid and living in that space of perfectionism. Peak performance happens when we can loosen the grip, trust the process, take the path of least resistance, and really just enjoy the game. The fourth practice that I want to talk about when it comes to improving your confidence is, I am more than a blank. You fill in the blank. I'm more than an athlete. I am more than a mom. I am more than a therapist. I am more than a coach. We have to understand that we are multifaceted beings, and we wear many hats and have many different roles. It's really hard to be gentle with ourselves and to have a lot of confidence when we are so caught up in one particular component of our life. So if you're an athlete, to know that during that time of competition, you are supposed to be the best football player, the best baseball player, the best softball player that you can be. But after you leave the field, you put on a different hat. Maybe you're a student, a brother, a friend, a boyfriend, a girlfriend, the list goes on. And there's a deep confidence and a deep peace that comes from knowing that you are more than a blank. Oftentimes when I'm working with athletes and high performers, they forget about all the other roles that they have in their life, because it is so consuming, especially when you take your sport or your work so seriously. It is so consuming to be an athlete or a lawyer or an executive. And so one thing that I will have my clients do is, in a journal, write down all the different roles that they identify with. And you'll find quickly that there's always over 10, and there's so much pressure and accountability that goes into other spaces in your life. And so doing this activity is a really good way to give you perspective. And then when you do go to perform in your sport or at work, you're able to have more confidence, because you know that no matter what happens that day, that competition, and that meeting, you are so much more than that. Lastly, confidence comes from that ability to focus on the process. Part of focusing on the process is being keenly tuned in to your preparation. Let me give you an example. If I was a competitive basketball player and there was a big tournament in 2 weeks, and leading up into that tournament, I was partying with my friends, binging on Netflix, eating donuts. When that tournament came up and it was time to hit the court, I would not be feeling very confident. So really having a plan for your preparation can only enhance and improve your confidence, which enhances and improves your performance. So knowing at the end of each day that you put in the work necessary to feel good and to dedicate time to the process so you can get the results you want, that is a really, really powerful part of enhancing your confidence. Confidence is a key part to high performance. We can't have the high performance discussion without addressing the need to feel confident, feel good about yourself, whether you're performing on the field, on the court, or in the boardroom. With that being said, one little way that can help, kind of like a tip and trick, one way that can help you tune in to all the things that you have to be confident about is to make a list. Make a list of the skills and abilities that you have that make you you. Write a list of the work that you put in to get to where you are at today. Write a list of the innate qualities that you have and that others have reflected to you. And when you're feeling down or you're feeling uncertain or your confidence isn't where it should be, peek at that list to really remember who you are and that you have the ability to achieve whatever you want to achieve. I hope that today you learned some really cool, applicable, practical ways to enhance your confidence. And if you're interested in getting more information about topics like this to help you enhance your performance, you can check me out at katiecheadle.com or follow me on Instagram at katiecheadle.